Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream. I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend so far. Hope everyone is doing good. It's been a while since we've been able to really do a live stream here, you guys. I've been having a bit of internet problems. I hope that will be resolved here soon. Hopefully this live stream will be a little bit more smooth than the last one. We got a lot of stuff to talk about here in the weather world. Actually, regarding to the tropics, we got another system that's rolling its way through. Just off the coast of Africa. It's already rolled past the southwestern Cabo Verde, and we are seeing a high chance of development here. Overall, a pretty good shot at development. So over the next 7 days here, the next week, we got ourselves a whopping 90% chance of this system turning into a tropical storm, a tropical depression, one of the either, I'll say either of the other ones. So that is something that we need to look out there for. So for the next 7 days or the next week, we have a 90% chance of tropical formation here. And of course, across the next 2 days or the next 48 hours, there is a 70% chance here that we could be seeing this development. So this development, this thing could be a tropical storm or a tropical depression here as early as within the next 2 days or so. So this thing is definitely looking like it is going to be a tropical system. We got ourselves tropical depression Sean just to the north of that area, or the area of interest we're watching here. This is nothing too crazy. This system was a tropical storm at one point. It is no longer a tropical storm right now. This system overall is moving to the west here. Currently sustained winds of 35 with gusts getting up to 45. Central low pressure 1,007 millibars. So that is the current vitals of the storm at the current moment. This last update was at 5 o'clock, so this was about 4 hours ago, which, this thing is at depression status. It's not forecasted to become anything too crazy overall, but anyways, but we'll keep an eye out there for that. But this is the one we got to really look out for. Here's the current satellite imagery of the system right now. You can see that, we are seeing a decent amount of organization. Honestly, it's really not too bad. The storm is definitely trying to, get its act together. It's really trying to, get itself together in order to strengthen and continue to develop here, which it definitely does look like it is just starting to do that. And like I said, we mentioned here that this system really does have a good shot at developing into a tropical storm or tropical depression here within the next couple of days. So that is something we need to look out there for here overall. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it. We'll keep you guys posted. I'll continue to give you guys updates here in the tropics and all that stuff. Anyways, but I never did say hello to everybody here. Let's go ahead and see who we got ourselves in the chat. We have TRG, we have Legacy, we have Julia, we have Brady. Let's see here. We got ourselves Samuel. Let's see, Florida weather, we have Aline, let's see here, Cyclones, Mark, Kelly, I don't know if I said Legacy already. What's up, guys? Is everything going good so far? Let's see, is everything going smooth so far? I hope so. I got a Wi-Fi extender, which I don't know how good that's going to help. I mean, the Wi-Fi is a problem across the whole house, so I'm not real sure if this is going to be helping too much. I hope it does, but anyways, but yeah, no, we had a pretty rough time the other night. We barely even we weren't even really able to stream because of it. Let's see here. But what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing good here. Once again, we're glad to have y'all here once again. And but anyways, but yeah, so that's what's going on there, my friends. We're definitely going to keep an eye out there in the tropics. You know, we have ourselves another system. I'm going to bring you guys over here to the overall the overall vitals, the overall expectancy of the system here. So we're going to hop our way over here to the models. Now we're going to start off here with the spaghetti model plot. I want to go ahead and show you guys what's going on here with the spaghetti models. Regarding the system here. Now we are seeing a fair amount of agreement. You know, honestly, the spaghetti models are agreeing of a continuous northwest kind of western motion here. The system is expected to continue rolling its way to the west, you know, slightly northwest here over the next several days. In which, you know, obviously, you know, there is a pretty good amount of agreement here on this, in which we definitely need to look out there for. But yeah, you can see the grouping is you know, relatively in, you know, the same area. I mean, the line of best fit, that middle ground goes right in here. It seems like the majority of the models we are going to be talking about, it really does show that most of the models has this thing pulling slightly there towards the north of the Lesser Antilles. Now that's still not a for sure thing as of now, but it looks like the most likelihood scenario is that this thing could pull enough to the north to where it goes just north of the Lesser Antilles, and who knows, maybe even into the Caribbean. You know, we don't know right now. This thing could go out to sea. This thing could be a problem to coasts. Right now, there's still a lot of unknowns, but what we do know is that the system over the next several days will be tracking to the west here, here overall. And whenever it comes to the intensity, this is what's a little bit concerning overall. You know, the intensity is definitely going to be a problem from what it looks like. It definitely seems like the intensity here, you know, the line of best fit definitely has this thing getting into hurricane status, and who knows, maybe even potentially major hurricane status over Cat 3 can't be ruled out. I mean, the environment out there for the storm that it's rolling in, the environment where the storm's rolling in, seems to be very, very conducive for tropical activity over the next several days. So we're going to have to, you know, pay attention to that for its, you know, rapid development, as it looks like this thing could definitely, you know, it looks like this thing could definitely do that. But anyways, but that is, you know, that is essentially what we are looking out there. Let's see here. Anyways, but like I said, I'm glad to have y'all here. Let's see, good here in Tampa, says Terry. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I am not too far from Tampa. I'm actually heading to Tampa tomorrow, more than likely. I actually have COVID now, which is terrible, but I think I'm getting better, honestly. I think everything's fine. But yeah, no, I'm actually heading out to Tampa tomorrow, because I got to go out there. But anyways, but yeah, good to have you guys here. But anyways, but yeah, we're going to hop away over here to the main models. We're going to start off with the American GFS here. Let's go ahead and switch over to this, and we're going to zoom out just a little bit here. So let's go ahead and take this out here to the North Atlantic. So whenever it comes to the system here overall, like I said, you can see that tropical depression, that little area we're watching here, that disturbance I should mention. Whenever it comes to it, this thing is going to gradually work its way here to the west. And according to the GFS model, the American GFS, over the next several days, this thing, you know, works its way here to the northwest. I mean, definitely remains well above the Lesser Antilles, according to the GFS, but that's, you know, that's pretty far-fetched. I mean, that's over 200 hours out, which that is like, for the 23rd, which that's about 9, what was that? No, about, let's see here, was that 11 days, I think? 10, 11 days or so? Which that's pretty far out. And, you know, you cannot trust the models that far out, because what happens is there's so much disagreement. There's so much things that will change with the models that far out whenever looking at it at this time period. So, obviously, so what we can take out of this here is that the system is going to be working its way to the northwest over the next, west-northwest over the next several days. And like I said, at this point here, there's a lot of unknowns. I mean, honestly, any scenario is possible at this moment. It seems like it's going to be getting maybe near the Lesser Antilles. I'm not going to say you guys are in the clear yet. Possible scenarios is pretty much everything. I mean, literally any scenario is possible here. It could go out to sea. It could continue to the west. It could go under the Lesser Antilles. But it seems like the overall, the more likelihood, I would say, is that the system could cut real close, if not go just above the Lesser Antilles. That's kind of what I believe is a good possibility. So we'll definitely have to monitor that, and over the next several days I'll be giving you guys updates. If I can stream, I'll stream. If I can't, then I'll do videos like I've been doing here, or I've done once here whenever I couldn't stream because of my internet problem, but hopefully that'll be under control here soon. It's just a part of moving into a new house, which is kind of a bit of an issue. But anyways, so we'll just have to continue watching that. But let's hop over here to the ECMWF. Now, this is the European model. This one is the, like I said, the ECMWF is the European model here regarding the system. And overall, as we work our way down in time, I mean, the same thing overall as expected. I mean, we are continuing to watch this disturbance track its way here to the west and gradually increase in intensity. Now, this in particular model, the European model, has this thing getting a little bit closer to liking there towards the Lesser Antilles. I mean, it definitely looks like it's going to be getting a little bit close there. When comparing this to the American GFS, the American GFS had this thing going up a bit more to the north, but the European model has this thing possibly remaining a bit more to the south. So that could be something to watch out for. It could be a new trend. We'll have to watch it. But definitely, what they do agree on is westward movement for the next several days. So that's that. Carrie says, my family just got over COVID at 15 days, finally tested negatives. I hope you feel better soon. Thanks for the weather updates. You're very welcome, Carrie. Very welcome. Yeah, like I said, for the most part, I don't have much symptoms. I mean, I was feeling pretty bad this morning, but, I'm mostly good. I've had it for probably a couple days now, but I think I'm on the recovering side, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. But anyways, so back on topic, y'all. Like I said, this thing's going to be working its way here to the west for the next several days. And its progression is going to need to be monitored very, very closely because, this thing, it's still not ruled out to the point of where it could have impacts. It could not. We'll have to see. Speaking of C, here's the CMC model. And, this model has it getting very aggressive and actually being a hurricane as it approaches the Lesser Antilles. Now, obviously, if you're in the Lesser Antilles, don't freak out right now. Because obviously this is just one just one model here. There's a lot of other models, like we were talking about. The ECMWF has it getting close, but a little bit more to the north, and the GFS was a lot more to the north. So you can see just how sporadic and scattered out those models are over at this time period, which this is like 6 days out. But that is that is essentially what we are seeing there. So CMC model has this thing continue to the west here. It seems like what I've noticed, though, I'm not sure if this is going to last. It could just be a temporary thing in the models, but it does show another low-pressure system with a frontal boundary rolling through. And it does look like that this system could actually possibly reflect this tropical system here. Who knows? I mean, that's definitely a possible scenario. We'll have to definitely keep an eye out there for that. So let's just keep an eye on it. We'll have to continue to watch that part. But yeah, that's the CMC model overall. Proxy coming in here with a $40 super chat. What's up, Proxy? Hope you're doing good. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you so much, Proxy. We love you. That is like super sweet of you. Like seriously, Proxy, thank you from the bottom of my heart here. See, Andrew doing his usual excellent job keeping us safe and informed. NW16 rocks. Thank you, Proxy. That is super sweet of you. That is awesome. Much love goes to you, Proxy. You guys in chat, please give Proxy a thank you. That is super, super sweet of you, Prox. We love you. Thank you once again. And I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good. Let's see here. But anyways, thank you so much, Proxy. It's very sweet of you. So the next model we're going to look at here, this is the Icon model. Now, this is, we like to grab all opinions we can. I mean, you should never just trust one in particular model. I mean, you got to grab all the models and you got to see what they agree on and what they don't. And what they agree on is what you obviously want to keep. If if there's models that are disagreeing all over the place, you want to take out those disagreements. So that is that. So when it comes to it here, I mean, the Icon model actually kind of agrees with the European model, but it does show it a little bit more stronger comparing to what the European model actually had to say. So overall, it does look like, I would honestly say this is a good possibility. This system could go somewhere in here at some point. And it definitely looks like the system will achieve hurricane status. I'm almost certain that this thing will become a hurricane, and who knows, possibly even a major hurricane down in time. So that's something to watch out there for. Let's see here. Andrew's donation reactions are so nice. Yeah, I'm just very, very, very thankful, very, very grateful for that. That is very, very sweet. Proxy, we love you. Let's see here. Oh, and it's just now coming through. Just goes to show you how delayed this program is. I appreciate it, Proxy. Once again, much love to you. Let's see here. But anyways, what's up, Mary? Hope you're doing good. Let's see, long story short, I've been getting a fever like every 6 weeks or so. I'm sorry to hear that, Legacy. Hope you feel better soon. Yeah, like I said, I did test positive for COVID, which sucks. But, thankfully symptoms have been pretty mild for the most part. The first time I had it, it was very bad. But I think it's because I have the, I wouldn't call it the immunity. I have whatever built up. But anyways. But yeah, so like I said, it really seems like this thing will continue westward over the next several days. I mean, gradual development is expected here. Let's see. I want to bring you guys over here to, so we looked at most of the models. We did not look at NavGem. Wow. Wow, dude, NavGem goes crazy. Shows an instant, nearly major hurricane, just rapidly strengthened here. And it seems like this one also kind of agrees with what the European model had to say, and kind of remaining slightly to the north of the Lesser Antilles. I mean, it seems like that's a good possibility here. In which, honestly, if I was to bet money on it, I would say this thing will probably scrape near the northern edge of the Lesser Antilles. I mean, definitely is a possibility. I'd say that's probably one of the best likelihoods. So, for the Lesser Antilles, I would watch this system. I wouldn't, freak out, and I wouldn't start, preparing for, massive hurricane conditions or anything like that right now. No, still pretty far out, but I will say that, you should monitor it, and, if it comes to where this is a problem, we will let you know. That is what I can promise you. We will let you know if this becomes a problem for you. So, as of now, take it easy. Just keep it on the back burner and just watch it over the next couple of days because, it's going to need to be monitored. That's for sure. Let's see here. But anyways, that's kind of what we are seeing here. Let's see here. But anyways, let's see. Cindy says feel better. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it very much, y'all. But that's kind of what's going on. But what I wanted to show you guys here is, let's go ahead and hop our way back over here to the GFS for a moment. Let's see here. We're gonna hop over to the humidity. Oh, look at that. So this is gonna tell us how much moisture we have in the atmosphere here overall. So whenever it comes to it here, let's go ahead and hop our way down. So this is the current moment right in here. So we have a boatload of moisture. You see all that greenish blue? That's all moisture. That's a lot of tropical moisture. That is a lot of, very humid air that is very good for tropical development. Now that humid air is going to continue to the west, northwest here, and it looks like the system will have enough instability, will have enough energy in the atmosphere to last it a little bit. So that will be good. So for the next several days, it looks like that will be a really good potential. So let's just keep an eye on that. I mean, it looks like moisture supply is good. Whenever it comes to like wind shear, and strong winds, overall, it seems like those really strong winds and stuff like that should not really affect the storm's development, at least during the first, the beginning-ish middle life cycle of the system. But we've mentioned here, and what seems like a good possibility, it seems like that's actually a pretty fair common ground between the models, is that we're going to be having the jet stream, possibly kick out this system. I mean, like I said, it's still several days at this point. I mean, this is literally 10 days out from this frame we're looking at right here. A lot can change, and a lot will change, actually, by the time we get to this point here during the time being. So, but it seems like that's a hint right now that we could have a strong jet, which could steer this thing out to sea. It could cause some problems to the system overall, destabilize it maybe. I mean, that's possible. But let's just focus on the first 5 days. Because like I said, this is 10 days out, which that's just a little too far to forecast, to be honest with you. But for the first 5 days even, I mean, it looks very solid. It looks like the system's not going to deal with much wind shear. It's just going to be venting like a normal tropical system would. It doesn't look like it's going to be fearing with too much strong wind shear. I mean, maybe a little bit of wind shear could somewhat change it a little bit, but honestly, it's probably not going to do too much to the system. But the moisture's there. The wind shear is pretty mild, which is good. And last thing we need to look at here is actually the surface temperatures of the ocean. Honestly, it's been a little bit since I've looked at those. I wanted to wait until we were live here to talk about that. Let's go ahead and hop away to the tropical Atlantic. Here we go. So yeah, you can really see, I figured these tropical waters are still very warm, in which they are. So where the system's going to be at, it's going to remain in these waters for quite some time up here. But yeah, no, the tropical waters, they are definitely conducive for rapid development, potentially. Like I said, for a tropical system to form and sustain itself, these surface waters, think of the water right there on the surface, those water temperatures have to be above 26 degrees Celsius, which I believe is like 70 something. They have to be over 70, basically, for tropical development. So basically what I'm saying is that like I said, if the system goes further than this line here, it will die out. And if it remains in this area, which it's expected to, there's Lesser Antilles right here, the system's gradually expected to move in this direction. So it's going to be rolling through some very warm waters, which, obviously that just goes to show you that's going to be no problem either. So a lot of moisture, it seems, not much wind shear, as well as some pretty warm tropical waters. I think we're looking good, my friends. I really do, for this system. And, we've mentioned there's a really good shot that this system in particularly could become a pretty powerful storm. Right now, this one's called 94L. That is the name of the storm right now. Eventually, it will gather a name. I'm going to say for sure it's going to gather a name. The last one we had was Sean. I'm not sure what's next on the list. I think Sean. So we had Sean. That's actually a tropical depression right now. There you go. I'm going to show you Sean. So Sean's right here. Not going to do much. Just expected to remain a depression for the next couple of days and then just kind of die out possibly by Monday. But anyways. But when it comes to 94L, the one we're really looking for, the models, like I said, the spaghetti models are in pretty good agreement mode regarding its track. We get a general area, general northwestern movement over the next several days. And what's really concerning, this is what's a little bit concerning for me, is the intensity guidance. Whenever it comes to the intensity, this is what I'm a little bit concerned about, actually. Now, it shows this thing remaining under tropical storm status probably for the next the next day and a half or so, in which, we'll probably be in that tropical depression, maybe low-end tropical storm stage, but it looks like this thing's going to really start amplifying 2 days out, Obviously, right now, today's Saturday, so pretty much, I'd say early next week, this thing's going to start to gather then some intensity. But it does look like, if you take that middle ground, if you take that line of best fit that cuts straight through the middle of the intensity, that right there, that is where I think that we are going to be seeing, possibly, I would even say very, very likely hurricane status. And, like I mentioned, possibly even major hurricane status. Could be possible. This is actually the new intensity guidance. It actually just came out, I believe. I think this is a different one compared to what we just looked at. But, yeah, model's still showing this thing getting into, possibly mid-hurricane status. It's definitely looking pretty solid. So, that's that. But, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. Let's see here. Whose birthday is coming up here? Let's see here. Is it Crystal? Oh, well, there you go. Happy early birthday to you, Crystal. Thanks for being an awesome mod. We love you. Let's see here. But anyways, that's the intensity, my friends. That is the guidance as of now. We got some ensemble support in the long range. It seems probable that the system could steer out to sea, but as we mentioned, that is like literally very far out, in which anything can change at that point. So we'll have to keep an eye out there for that. Let's see. Gregory Rock says, hello, everyone. Nice to see you. See you all, and you too, Andrew. Well, you as well, Gregory. Thanks for joining. What's up, Rainbow? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you guys here. Once again, I hope you all are having a great day. Hope you all are having a great weekend. Sorry it's a bit of a late live stream. I've been kind of busy today. All the cardboard boxes we had when we were moving, I had to deal with all those and put them on a trailer and take to the dump. So that's kind of that's been my day so far. So sorry it's a little bit late because been pretty busy. But yeah, I mean, yeah, guys, that's pretty much what we're looking at there. I mean, like I said, we're gonna hop y'all back over here real quickly. So we basically talked about everything we need to. I mean, models are supporting the system. What we know right now is gradual westerly development, westerly movement, and development here. Probably, the odds of development here in the next 2 days or the next 48 hours. It's actually a pretty decent shot. 70% chance this thing could be turning into a tropical depression or tropical storm here within the next 48 hours or 2 days. Pretty good likelihood. And like I said, for the next 7 days, there's a 90% chance. A 90% chance that this thing will become a tropical system. I mean, at this point, it's pretty much a given. I mean, all the models support this thing at least getting up in the tropical storm status overall. But that's that. Am I in my new home? I am. Yep, all you see is a wall, but I am in my new home. I love it. Let's see here. COVID's not too bad for me. Yeah, I do have COVID right now, but it's not too bad. Not too bad for me. This morning it was, like I said, kind of mild symptoms for me, which is good. First time I had it, though, it was real bad, but I think that actually helped my immunity, was having it beforehand. So I think that's what's helping me out on this battle. So... How's Florida been treating me? So far it's good. I love Florida. I've always loved Florida. This is my 4th time down here, and probably my last too. This is probably where I'm gonna be my whole life. So, but anyways, but that's what's going on, my friends. Like I said, odds are fairly high. The odds are definitely odds are definitely fairly high. We're definitely gonna be watching the system over the next several days. I mean. And what we know right now is just we're going to be seeing gradual development to the west, or gradual gradual movement to the west here over the next several days. So that is, right, friends, that is what we're looking at. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. Like I said, we're going to be here. If you guys have any questions, throw them in chat right now because I will be here to answer them for you guys. And let me bring you guys over here. I mean, since we're already doing a weather update on the tropics, let me bring you guys to the Storm Prediction Center real quickly. Let's go ahead and talk about severe weather and stuff like that. Which honestly, it doesn't seem like too much of anything's going on here regarding severe weather. So today's outlook here, I mean, obviously we have a little thunderstorm risk across the mid-Atlantic coast, southern Florida. That's what's going on there. Tomorrow, southern Florida, just a little thunderstorm risk, and coming Monday, upper northwest. So, yeah, severe weather. It's not in the schedule anytime soon, which is definitely some good news. That is good. Florida weather says I'm in orange. Gotcha. I'm in Polk County. But anyways, that's that's kind of what we're seeing here. Let's see here. You're going to retire in Florida. That's a long ways away. It's a very long ways away. Yep, but I would love to. But let's hop over here. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Also, I wanted to look at the United States regarding like the upcoming weather patterns. Just before we roll off here tonight, I do want to mention some of the upcoming weather here. So here's the GFS model. This is the American model here. And obviously, what we were talking about is we have a low pressure system just off the mid-Atlantic coast. And that system, is driving a lot of rain across the mid-Atlantic. I mean, I could literally show you guys this right now. Here's the current radar view. Let's go ahead and hop you guys over to that real quickly. So there's the system at the current moment. I mean, it's definitely been driving a lot of rain across the mid-Atlantic, kind of heading out the sea right now. But out there towards like DC and stuff, we had like a little bit of a frontal system roll through, a little bit of a cold front actually. I don't know if there's any lightning or anything on that. I mean, obviously, I didn't really look at that, but it looks like it was definitely some pretty moderate to heavy precipitation at one point across the DMV. But that is, that's the system we were talking about. But let's go and hop our way back here to the models, like the GFS overall. As we work our way down in time, I mean, we're gonna have some high pressure, which is leading to some pretty good conditions. I mean, overall, when you have high pressure, it leads to sunny skies. Overall, no rainy conditions. It looks like the United States is going to be in kind of a big dry spell for the next day or so, which is good. And of course, down in time here, it looks like we could get a trough maybe for the 20th. I mean, that's like 6 days out. This system right here could help steer that tropical system we were talking about potentially. So that's that. See you later, Mary. Thanks for that. see here. Did any of you guys see the eclipse today? I did not. I was not able to see it because I didn't have my those fancy glasses. But did any of you guys see that? I heard it was pretty cool out west. I think out west, down out here, I think it was totality here. But where I was at, not really. I mean, we got a little bit of something apparently. Let's see here. Is any cold blast or warm blast slamming to northeast Indiana soon? So, so we had this system we were talking about. This guy right here that rolled through. And we're getting an air mass that's rolling through the central U.S. Now, I will tell you, this will likely influence those temperatures quite a bit. And let me actually show you this. Look at that. Those are the temperature anomalies. So literally over the next 2 days, look how cold it's going to be. I mean, we're talking like, you know, across the Ohio Valley, that pink shade, that's like 10 to 15 degrees Celsius cooler, which is crazy. That's pretty crazy. So a lot of the central U.S. and the Ohio Valley and the Northeast, I mean, it is actually a lot cooler than what it's been. Now across the West, that is a complete opposite story. I mean, across the West is going to be very, very warm. It looks like overall, but anyways, but that is yeah, that's kind of what we're seeing here. Let's see. Wow, yeah, that's going to be pretty daggone impactful, and maybe like I said with that other possible system that could roll through. Probably for the late teens into the early 20s. You know, obviously that could be another potential cool down. We'll see. But let's see. Let's actually look at the temperatures. Let's see. Too many temperatures is shaded. So I know it's definitely been getting a bit cooler in some areas here. Oh yeah. So yeah. So there's that system driving warm air up across the southeast. Okay, let's see here. So 8 a.m. for the 15th. So this is actually tomorrow morning. Wow. So here's tomorrow morning's temperature outlook. I mean, literally much of the country is in the 40s and 50s. Much of the country is in the 40s and 50s tomorrow morning. This is right around 8 a.m. Eastern. 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 Pacific. And it looks like we could break freezing in those upper elevations out there by Colorado and Wyoming, along the western side. How cold is it going to be in Orlando? So, you know, I was actually looking at the weather here. It is supposed to drop a little bit. Let's go and hop down here to the south. So tomorrow morning, it's probably going to be in the low 70s, which is, you know, cold for Floridians. But it is going to get cooler. So your coldest night's actually going to be for the morning of the 16th. This is for 8 a.m. on the 16th. It looks like, you know, areas out there by like Orlando could be in actually the upper 50s, lower 60s. So it's going to be a little bit chilly for a lot of people. But let's see, full United States that. I mean, wow. Temperatures actually across the Midwest, possibly even portions of the Central Plains here. Not tomorrow morning, but the morning after, the morning of the 16th. So this would be, what, Monday morning, I think? Yeah, Monday morning. Monday morning, we could be breaking in the upper 30s across, like, Nebraska, Kansas, portions of the Midwest. I mean, definitely possible. So, I mean, get prepared for it, my friends. I mean, we are in fall after all, and you know that winter will be here before you know it. Before you know it, it'll be here. And, you know, for some places, it's going to be a pretty cold winter, especially down south. Down south, it's going to be a pretty chilly winter, I think. See here, it's 51 here, says Crystal. Let me look. Let me look where it's at for me right now. I don't think it's too. It's 73 for me right now. And it's supposed to get down to, wow, Tuesday, 51. And I'm like right in here. I'm like direct center Florida, basically. I am like literally central Florida. And so, you know, for locals here, that's very cold. But for me, since I've lived up in the mid-Atlantic, Ohio Valley my whole life, it's not too bad for me. But anyways. Legacy 7 in Tennessee. Gotcha. Yeah, so it's going to be getting a little cool down there, too. Like I said, we're talking in the 50s. Or, sorry, the 40s even, possibly. Yeah. But then, I mean, who knows what's going to happen down later in time. That's too far out to look. But anyways, but that's that. Yeah, I really don't think there's too much of anything else going on here, you guys. I mean, we pretty much covered everything in the weather. I mean, we covered the tropics, we covered everything we needed to. Let's see, we got the high pressure rolling in, which, you know, we've been talking about here for the last little bit. High pressure rolling into the central U.S., which would be good. A little area of moisture could roll in for the 17th, probably around the morning of the 17th, across the upper northwest, bringing a little bit of rain. Low pressure system could roll through like the 18th, 4 days from now, across like southern Canada. Maybe could spark up some rain across the north. But other than that, it's pretty much dry for the next couple of days, which is good. A little bit cooler as well, dry and cool across the central and eastern U.S. But okay, well guys, like I said, I think we're gonna head off here pretty soon. I gotta, you know, get back to unpacking my room. Once I get my room done, I will show you guys. I will literally make a specific video to show you guys my new tour. Or I'll show you guys a new tour. It is looking awesome in here. I will definitely show you guys. Let's see here. Did I use the what models? KMA models. I looked at a lot of other models. Did you say KMA? Yeah, KMA. We looked at pretty much all the other models. I mean, we looked at GFS, ECMWF, Icon, CMC, NavGem. We looked at quite a few of them. And it's always good. It's definitely always good to grab as many opinions as you possibly can whenever it comes to it. You know, whenever it comes to the point of, you know, just tracking any weather. I mean, whether it, get it, okay, pretty bad. Whether it being tropical related or snow related. I mean, you gotta, it's a basic thing in meteorology. You gotta grab all the models. I mean, you gotta throw away what they don't agree on, and you gotta keep what they agree on. I say that a lot, and there's a good amount of agreement with that upcoming tropical system. Let's see here. Yeah, Korean model. Yeah, I haven't looked at that. But anyways, guys, well, any final questions you guys might have, feel free to let me know. We're going to be heading off here in a few minutes. I do want to go ahead and say thank you all for joining us. Like I said, sorry it's been a while since we've been able to stream. I mean, I've tried to, but the Wi-Fi situation, I think I figured out something that works a little better. I'm not going to jinx it or anything, but it seems to have done good so far tonight, and I hope it stays that way. But yeah, so look into it. It's been super accurate this year. Interesting. You know, the GFS has been very accurate this year as well, I've noticed. You know, especially with, I think it was Lee. Was it Lee? Pretty sure it was. When we were tracking Lee a while ago, the GFS was spot on with Lee for a while, which is crazy. Rainbow says, thank you, Andrew. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad to have you all here. Thank you guys for joining us. Also, big thank you goes to Proxy for supporting us. Once again, Proxy, we love you. Thank you so much. Definitely helps out a lot. You know, I've had a lot of problems with that, with the moving. Holy cow, I never realized how expensive moving could be. So Proxy, that really definitely helped out a lot with things. So thank you so much, Proxy. We love you. Let's see here. What's my idea on the highest chance system in the Atlantic? This is Lucas. So, what is my idea on the highest chance system? Oh, are you talking about the 94L, the one we were watching? What I think about it, I think it'll definitely achieve hurricane status. I'd even say it has a good shot at becoming major hurricane status at some point. We're talking about this guy right here. Is that what you're talking about? Hopefully it is. Let's see here. Will it be windy soon in northeastern Indiana? I mean, we have that high pressure building in. I mean, obviously, when you have a pressure change over a short period of time, there is a bit of introducing to pressure gradient, which allows for more stronger winds to occur. It probably won't be anything too crazy though. Nah, nothing crazy. But anyways, let's see here. Chris says thanks for everything you do. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I don't know if Ottawa will get any storms. Well, there's really no area that's expected any heavy thunderstorms in the U.S. Like we mentioned before, when it comes to the SPC or the Storm Prediction Center here for the next 3+ days. I mean, here's today's outlook. Just a few thunderstorms possible across the Mid-Atlantic. I mean, nothing severe. No damaging severe storms tomorrow either, or even the day after, even Monday. Nothing. And, of course, in the long range, you know, throughout like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, I'm not expecting anything hardly to happen. But anyways. But alright guys, well I think that is going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream. Once again, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you all for joining us. Once again, big shout out goes to you, Proxy. Thank you so much, once again, for all the support. It's greatly appreciated. We're going to go ahead and head over here to the ending screen. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, guys, share this live stream or share this channel. We are getting very, very close here to 20,000 subscribers. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much. Could not thank anybody else but y'all. We love you guys. You guys, please be safe out there. I'm going to try to do another live stream tomorrow. Okay, we'll definitely try to do another live stream tomorrow. Stream's going to head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So if you guys have anything you want to go ahead and say to your friends, family, anybody out there who's hanging out in the chat, go ahead and say your final goodbyes. And all right, guys. Well, you all have a wonderful rest of your nights. Like I said, we'll try to catch you guys tomorrow for another tropical weather update, another update in the weather in general. And, okay, you guys, we'll catch you guys later on. Once again, we love you guys. Please be safe out there. Proxy, once again, big thank you. We love you. And, all right, guys, we'll catch you guys later on. Peace out, my friends. See you then.